And we got the green light, but let's see if we go live on YouTube. Was it Kmart that had a green light special?
Blue light.
Walmart did the blue light, didn't they?
No, it was Kmart.
Oh, Kmart did the blue. What'd Walmart do?
Nothing.
Oh, they did the rollback thing.
Yeah, they had a rollback, but I think they still have that.
All right, nothing happened when I hit the stream. Nothing. Actually, on my YouTube, it shows offline, but it's showing the stream. Now it shows live and a healthy stream. So, YouTube is showing that I'm live right now.
It's on.
Alright, so apparently we've somehow, miraculously, made the fucking thing work. Fuck it, we'll take it, won't we, Nation?
Fuck it.
That's a win.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Alright, so back to our stream, and we apologize for any inconvenience that we caused our viewers. We are 36 laps in, which means they got almost 100 laps more to enjoy.
Of our dumbassity.
Right on. If you have a problem with our technical issues tonight, you take it out with YouTube. Restream. Who else do we want to blame? Intel, Microsoft. We got a whole fucking. We got a whole fucking list of them. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, I still can't get it.
Cecil, good to have you in the broadcast, buddy.
Yeah, man, I've just been hiding.
Been hiding, he said. You been hiding from the little virus going around, or what?
Oh, is that what that is? I thought it was a bear running around killing folks.
Killing them, he said.
Damn.
Yeah, mine either.
I'm going to send you guys a link for it if it's not, because I got it up on my phone right now.
Killing them, he said. Oh, now it is.
Well, it's actually...
going haywire.
It's going glitchy, ain't it?
Yep.
Yep, it is.
All right, let me shut that down. We'll see if it clears out. I'm turning some apps down here. I'm cutting some of my usage up. See if it gets better for you guys.
It means he's turning Pornhub up.
Well, I mean, this be providing that the problem's on my end. It looks like it smoothed out.
Yeah, it did.
All right, we'll take that as a win.
Told you Pornhub
we won it.
Up a lot.
All right, your leader, though, back to the race. James Hudson, right up here in that 31 truck, leading away. He's got about 1.6 seconds on last night's winner, which is this guy right here, Richard Holland. Hudson's the leader, 53 truck.
See, so you're going to have to crank your speakers down.
Sorry. That's better.
Yeah, because we can't talk when we hear ourselves talk.
Yeah, I know.
We hear ourselves twice, and everybody in the stream hears us twice, too, so...
My bad.
You're all right.
Y'all can beat me after the race.
Nobody's got to beat nobody.
I was thinking about beating him up with a bat.
All right, third place right there is going to be the younger of the two Wagner brothers. That's Andrew Wagner in the 12 truck. He's up to third now. That's after, I believe, everybody made a round of green flag pit stops, right, Hal?
I don't know if they did or not.
Hal, he said he don't know. I got it. I'm pretty sure that we seen him coming down pit road there right when we had our stream issues, but we've apparently got them straightened out. Cecil, good luck charm tonight. He come in here and shit just started working out of thin air.
Yeah, buddy.
Wasn't working before, but then out of thin air, boom, all our shit was working again.
Well, my last name is Green.
All right, so Mr. Fergone there in the 10 truck and 4th spot. Cruise back one more to 5th, and you're going to see the 22 truck right there of Austin Wagner. They got the same paint scheme. One's got a 1 in front of the 2, and the other's got a 2 in front of it, the 12 and the 22. So they got that worked out, didn't they, Nation?
They did.
And we are looking at the CPU utility nation. We're burning her down, man.
I think you can tweak it a little bit more.
Yeah, I've had to turn the speed, have to crank her up a little higher, won't we?
I just like to see their eyes in behind the windshield there.
It's funny, I had to start shutting stuff down to get the stream to work right. I don't know, man. It's like stuff is degraded. The whole system just, she's 11 years old and don't want to give us no more, nation.
It should work just fine.
You believe that, Cecil? We're trying to stream with all these overlays on an 11-year-old Alienware computer?
Yep.
And then we wonder why shit don't work?
That ain't nothing.
That's the definition of stupid, isn't it?
No, hell, it's running fine.
It's got another 100,000 miles on it.
So looking at 6th place back here, you'll see the 21 of Richard Springer. He's made it up a few spots from the last time we checked on him. And go back to 7th, we'll see the 86 truck of John Sanu. John Sanu's just ready to get this race over so he can switch to his new pedals that he got. He got him the new Thrustmaster load cell pedals. I think he called them like TCLM or something. TLCM, who knows. Then we got Corey Cook.
Sounded like a Star Wars character.
Corey's back in the 8th position. He's on pit road. Then we'll go back one more to the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger, also on pit road. Then rounding out the top 10, he's on the racetrack. That's going to be the 16 of Steve Seegers. We do remind you, we are 48 laps in, caution-free right now. 48 laps caution-free.
How many cautions have we had?
We have had 0, Nation. Caution-free means there's not been a fucking caution on the track yet.
How many is that from 1?
-1.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you had one and you took it away,
Right. How many would you have?
you would have what we have. Which technically would be 0.
Now,
Seems like an awful lot.
Is this basic core math, Vern, or is this...
Well, no, this is actual math. Common Core math, the numbers would come up different, Cecil.
Oh, yeah. I still can't...
With
figure
Common
this.
Core math, we could have potentially used any number we wanted to.
Oh, okay.
So I could have said if you had 28 dumbasses, right?
Right.
And you ran 28 dumbasses over with a fucking paving roller, okay, how many dumbasses would you have left?
I see. I was trying to write this down. I broke my crayon.
All of them.
Oh, you need to get a Sharpie then. Oh, look at that. Seeger's going a lap down to the leader right there, the 53, and he stretched the lead out a little bit. He's got about a 2-second lead over Richard Holland now. We're 51 laps of 130. These guys are just picking them up and laying them down. We're 9:30 at night. They're going to have this sumbitch done in the next half hour. What do you think, Hal? That'd be what?
That'd be nice.
You going to get back in it, or is the 3-truck parked for the night?
Oh no, I'm done.
So Hal Lamy retired it.
20-some laps down, I ain't going back in.
He's still gonna get driver of the day.
I don't know, because all those chats are gone. People'd have to start all over voting.
No, there was like 6 of them when the last I saw.
Let's say not.
You see Corey Cook right there driving around the leader. Corey Cook pitted a little earlier, so he's on fresh tires there, and you can see what a difference fresh tires makes. He's able to blow right by the 53 and drive away from him. So I think pit strategies here, new tires, going to make a ton of difference. What do you think there, Cecil?
Yeah, it looks like it is, because he went by him like a space shuttle, didn't he?
He did. He shot right by him. Ah, but it set a little ticker off in the 53's mind. He's going to storm the pit road now. He almost overdrove it. I know a dude that did that last night.
How many times?
Well, the one time I overdrove it was on the green flag stop, the only green flag stop we had, and I'm pretty sure that's what cost me the race. Because if I hadn't done that, I would have come out ahead of everyone and probably wouldn't have fucking crashed in the back of nobody.
Whoops.
53 pitching again.
Well, it's time. They're 54 laps in, Hal.
Oh,
You see Springer in 2. Johnson News in. Richard Holland's back out on the racetrack, so that means Holland's just coming off pit road. We'll have to see how it shakes out, because some of those guys come down a little bit earlier, but 130 laps in the whole race, you got to do some Common Core math ain't going to help you on fuel mileage, is it, Cecil?
I don't know, Vern. I'm still trying to figure out to do with the one.
Yeah, sometimes that one's difficult to figure out.
Yes, it's all straight and pointy. I don't know what to do with that thing.
I don't know. Hal Jr. left the damn Discord chat. He's our math genius.
see that.
He's not in Discord no more. He can't tell us, but he's definitely the math genius. I'll tell you, guy, though.
+1 equals 12.
I'll tell you,
You're older today.
this guy led a lot of laps last night. This driver, this number 10, Mr. Enrique. Come on, Nation.
Ah, damn, I can't think of that when you just spring it on me.
Enrique Del Toro, Fagande.
Fagande, Escobar, Sanchez, the second, McDaniel.
There you go. every stream, Nation adds another name on. So by the end of the season, his name will be so long, it'll take us a whole stream to say it.
Take up the dictionary.
So, Cecil, this is what it's like to be in the broadcast booth with the Village Idiots.
Sorry, dude.
I think I'm a little worse off than y'all are.
Oh, I don't think you're no worse off than we are.
No.
I know I have fun when I come over here, so y'all make me laugh.
Because for almost a second there, I stopped thinking about suicide, and then I got on this broadcast, so...
What's that mean? You poured a gallon of bleach out?
No, I just set it down here next to the chair.
Oh, okay.
I still got it handy.
Man, this race right here is the best race on the track. This is, actually, that's all 4 of them. You see Hudson is not very far in front of these guys. 53 of Hudson. He's got the 12 of Andrew Wagner, the 31, Richard Holland, and now the 10 of Rick Fagone. Your top 4. They did green flag pit stops, and then they all kind of come back together there, Cecil.
Yep, looks like that's a good race forming up right there.
Cecil, you can watch it on iRacing and the stream, both, right?
Yeah, I couldn't find it in the hosting session.
It's under League Sessions.
Okay,
If you want to watch it that way, you can go to WFO Race League.
give me a second.
Then Cecil will be live, and Hal Lamy will be live with the race. And Nation will just be watching it from YouTube.
I'm not live with it.
I'm like
What'd you do, get out of it, Hal?
Yep, I closed out of it.
Are you mad at the truck or the track or what?
He's mad at his goddamn
Or
cell
are you
phone
mad at
going
your
off.
goddamn cell phone for not knowing when to shut its mouth? I think he's mad at his cell phone, Nation.
I think he is. But we'll just leave him alone.
I'm just going to go back to the corner and play with my own toys.
I'm going to go lay on the floor and color. But I broke my favorite crayons, and I don't know what to do.
I'm going back to my own toy room, Hal. I'll tell you, though, this 53 of Hudson there, he just keeps trying to break away from these guys. See Wagner right there. He's about a half a second back, but he ain't not really able to close in on him much. He's not going backwards, but he's not going forward.
So, just kind of staying where he's supposed to be.
That's right. Just kind of hanging even par. But the whole idea of racing is to move forward.
Yeah, but technically the whole idea.
Oh, now you see the change coming. 0.2 of a second down there, and I guess that was 3 and 4. Who knows? Might have been 1 and 2. Back stretch, front stretch all look the same to me at this track. They could at least put a number in the corner. In fact, that would greatly help me when racing around here.
To know what turn you're in.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could just simply put a 1 down and 1 and a 3 and 3, and that would help me a ton.
Whoa, Chief. Yeah, you're asking for quite a bit there.
Well, I'm just
I mean, you want a 1 and a 3?
A 1 and a 3 nation. At least it didn't say, I need a 1, 2, 3, and 4, please. This ain't McDonald's, motherfucker.
Between each one of them?
It'd be like, this ain't McDonald's. We're not going to give you whatever fucking number you want.
This is a 1. Now you're at 1.5. Now you're at 2, 2 3/4.
I see Wagner backing off of him. Oh, Hudson's got about a second lead now. Wagner backing off, but I'm waiting for the 31 and the 10 to start turning it on here. That's Hal's teammates. When's it go time for him, Hal? I don't think Hal's participating, Nation.
I'm just leaving him alone.
Cecil, did you find it, buddy?
No, it's not showing me the session.
Huh.
Go back to.
You looked
no
under.
big deal.
Did you go under watching?
No.
You have to go under watching to pull it up.
Yeah.
Go under the watch and then go to hosted, and it'll be down towards the bottom because you know it's in alphabetical order.
That's a pretty clever way to put it.
We're alphabetically fucked, ain't we, Nation?
6 ways from Sunday.
Alphabetically fucked. This is a good race for second, though. You see, Holland is really starting to put the pressure on that 12th truck now. Which don't surprise me on the long run. And I'll tell you, Hudson must have had a problem because his lead went away. I bet he cracked the wall. That's usually what happens when your lead disappears. And it looks like his right front fender might be pushed in a bit, so that changes things. It's going to tighten the field back up about 1/10 of a second, separating first and second, and then about another fucking 10th back to third. You get out there running and you crack the wall, and the next thing you know, you bring them right back up to you. Also a sign that he may have heated up his right front and pissed it off a little bit, Cecil.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Oh, Wagner put it right up by the wall. Now Holland's looking to the inside. Richard Holland is going to take it. Move that 31 to second. Out of the way, young man. I'm going to show you how to get around here. And there comes a teammate, 10 truck of Rick Fagone. That means Hal Jr. must have got on the radio and said, it's my birthday. One of you motherfuckers better win it for me. Right, Hal?
God damn, get it done.
I don't think Hal's even at his computer, Nation.
Why not be?
I talk to him and he don't answer me.
He does that shit to me all the time.
Just that pass, Cecil. Open the gap up for Hudson. 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, he's rolling, ain't he, with them fresh tires he put on.
Oh, contact between the 12 and the 49. Tim Hamlet. Looked like he might have held a little lower lane there, and the 12 didn't have... he didn't have any room to go around him. They're going to all clear him, though. And Richard Holland, I expected him to be good, especially on the long runs here, and he's starting to show it as he's slowly cutting into that leader's gap.
Tim Hamlet took it on pit road there.
Tim Hamlet did. He looked like he got a little damage. He may have had something going on. That might have been the issue there. There he is right there. There's a Warden in the 49. Going to bring it down to pit road. Probably get some dents pulled out of that sucker and take her back out there. But I believe the field was putting him a lap down right there. All right, so the lead's been cut in half. It was about 1.2 seconds when Richard Holland moved into second, and it's down to about 0.5 of a second now, Cecil. I'd say that 31's on a mission.
Yeah, it looks like he is. He's eating up the 53.
Eating them up. 0.4 of a second now, so I think we're going to have a lead battle pretty quickly here. And if they wreck, it's Nation's fault, as we're 75 laps of 130 complete. Shit happens, don't it, Nation?
Yeah, I tried to tell that to a cop that pulled me over one time. He wasn't buying any of that bullshit.
He's like, why'd you drive through those people's front yard? Nation said, shit happens.
Shit happens, bro.
Damn it.
Hi, Mama Riddle.
Where's Mama Riddle?
She's in
Well, she says hi to you, but not to me. Oh.
That shows you where you rate.
That's where I rate on the fucking food chain.
Ain't that right, Cecil?
Yeah. And y'all don't want to get me
Damn.
telling y'all my cop stories.
Oh, we're going to have a lead battle, and it's going to be a good one, Cecil.
Hi, Mama Riddle. See, she said hi to me, Vern, so fuck you.
Oh, that's because you had to whine like a little crybaby bitch.
I don't care. If I got a hi from Mama Riddle, I got a hi from Mama Riddle. So
All
fuck
right.
you.
While you're crying about that, I'm watching a battle for the lead,
here it goes.
and it is
Here it
epic.
goes.
31 looking to the inside of the 53. That's Richard Holland in that 31. He won the K&N race last night, and he's showing you why and how he won that race. Why and how. He got on the bottom, though, Cecil, and he got tight.
Yeah, he did.
We're going to lose a little bit of time here, about 0.2 of a second. So,
Well, James might have been playing a possum there.
he could have been. Oh, I just fucked my Discord up. I don't know what happened, but I moved myself out. I moved myself all the...
Shit.
Dude, I moved myself all the way out of Discord. I was turning Cecil's volume up. So we got Cecil turned up in the broadcast a little bit, turned Hal up a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm out. I'm like, Nation, kick me out because I called him a fucking crybaby.
I didn't
You
do
move,
shit.
Nation.
I didn't do shit to it.
Hal Jr. said you hit his trash can.
Huh?
Fuck is he talking about?
He said Nation ran over my trash can and yelled out, bitch, you better start recycling.
Oh, through the yard he's talking about, but
Yeah, when Nation went through the yards and
yeah.
the cop
Yeah,
asked
that
him
was
what
like 3
happened.
minutes ago, and I don't remember any of that.
Man, this is weird. The leader's coming to pit road now. Second's going to follow him, but I'll tell you, Holland ran him down, Cecil. The 31 ran him down, and then he tried to make the pass, and it's like it got tight. Did it really heat his tire up that much that he fell back, or what?
I don't know what happened unless Hudson was just playing possum with him or Holland.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I know that we're lap 81, and you see that the top 3 are on pit road. That's going to give the lead to Richard Springer, but he's going to bring it down to pit road right now. They're all kind of pitting together here. So Springer's coming down pit road in a 21. Andrew Wagner's still on the racetrack. I think Wagner might have pitted already. It's scoring Andrew Wagner in the something like 5th position, somewhere around there, but that's all going to change here. We'll have to see who got the better pit stop out of the 31 and the 53, if I had to guess there. We see the 31 back out on the track, but the 12's going to get by the 31, so the 12 stopping a little bit early is going to give him the advantage there. And I think the 53 might be ahead of both them. James Hudson in that 53 had a pretty good pit stop. But somehow I'm still showing Richard Springer as the leader. And Springer's just now coming off pit road behind Fagone, so timing and scoring just ain't caught up yet.
Yeah, they'll probably swap right here.
That's what I would guess.
Yep,
It's
there it is.
Riddle.
Yep, James Hudson's now the leader. I don't know. My screen's being a little glitchy.
Yeah, Wagner second and Holland's third.
So we've been caution-free. We're going to take a through the field for everybody right now. Your leader once again, the 53 at James Hudson. Been that way most of the race. P2 is going to be that 12 car right there, Andrew Wagner. Go back one more to third. You're going to find that number 31, Richard Holland. We've seen him on that long run be able to run the leader down. And I think that's going to be important because they're going to get another long run here if I had to guess. Let's go back one more to P4. I think we're going to go to P4. There we go. Cued the camera to do it. Just took it a minute. That's going to be the 10 truck of Mr. Enrique Del Toro.
Del Toro Fagande Escobar
Sanchez.
Second, Sanchez McDaniel.
There you go. So he's running P4 Nation.
Start writing this shit down.
5th place, you're going to see that number 21 right there. Making a little wall, love to the outside wall, but not slowing him down much. That's Richard Springer.
Is it okay if I call him Jerry?
Jerry, Richard, whatever you need to do, Cecil.
Okay.
Nope, you got to go through the whole spiel if I got to. And you hush up, Diana.
Oh, she's training her mom right, Nation.
I told her I was just messing with her. I didn't mean anything.
So,
I was mostly just messing with.
what
I was
happened, Hal?
mostly just messing with Vern.
What happened, Hal?
I must have missed something.
I don't know what happened. I missed something too. But going back to the field, 7th place right there, or 6th place is the 86 of John Sanu. So if he got some new load cell pedals, what could we see this 86 truck do next week? Gets you thinking, don't it?
Not really.
All right, P7 right there is the Mobile 1 truck. That's the number 61 of Corey Cook. So Corey Cook in the 7th spot. A spot's on pit road. That's going to be the 77 of Garrett Helmlinger. I think they might have to make one more pit stop, too. Ninth place is going to be the Warden right there in a Z-Rex truck. 49, Tim Hamlin. Everybody knows the Warden, don't they, Nation?
It sounds familiar.
I was thinking we had to pit every 25 laps. So.
And there's Steve Seegers right there in the 16 truck. Seegers currently scored back in the 10th position. And then we got the last car in the field tonight, left in the field, is going to be that 59 truck right there, Mr. David White. And all of our other drivers have retired for the evening. That's going to include the number 22 of Austin Wagner, the number 3 of Hal Amy, and the number 14 of Jeff Martin. So that's your trucks that have parked it in the garage area for repairs or...
Fucker needs to be in a garage area.
Fucker needs to be in the garage area or something like that. Meanwhile, back out front, the lead is 1.4 seconds, separating the number 53 and the number 12. Cecil Green, who do you think's got the strong horse in this thing? Do you think anybody's got anything for that 53 up there?
It doesn't look like it. I don't know what happened to Richard Holland, but he was coming on strong. But I don't know if he went in pit roads or got tires or got skates.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Holland's sitting back in third right now. Maybe he had a little slower entry in the pit road. Maybe he's saving his tires right now, too, a little bit to make a little better run on the long run here. He's not too far behind second place of Wagner, but Wagner's 2 seconds behind the leader.
He might be saving tires.
So Holland's currently 3 seconds behind the leader. He's about a second behind Andrew Wagner there in second. You tell Miss Angel we said hi. Well, at least I said hi. I don't know about Nation.
Why is it always me under the bus?
I don't know, because here's the deal, Nation. Every time we pull you out from under the thing, you keep fucking crawling back under there.
Angel.
Oh, you think that was funny, huh?
Cecil
Don't give me tickled, Nation.
Cecil knows how it goes around here.
I can assure you I'll be the last one to tickle you.
You just got to tickle his belly, Cecil. He'll be all right.
God, yeah, that's fucked up.
His nickname ain't Gator, is it?
Oh, shit. Come on, Nation.
You done made him mad, Vern.
Miss Angel said hi to you.
Yeah, but I'm working on outdoing you.
You're working on outdoing me, huh?
Tickle Nation's belly and watch his tattoo grow.
Now you got to outdo Hal.
That was fucked up.
That was. Even mine wasn't that bad, Nation. All right, so 2.6 seconds. The lead it keeps growing.
Jay says.
Yeah, looks like Holland was fitting to try up Wagner in the wall.
Uh-oh, that's going to change things. It does. It puts the 31 on his tailgate. Wagner made a little love with the outside wall, and the 31 has said, Richard Holland said, I'm going to take advantage of that. I thought he did, but he caught him, but he's not going around him yet. It's almost like you get to him at Darlington, Cecil, and you hit a brick wall, man. You just can't figure out a way around them.
That's what it's looking like, because he caught him, and then all of a sudden I thought he was going to make a move on him, and like you said, brick wall.
Yeah, it's like you got all that momentum, and then you get there, and you go around somebody, and it just don't turn, or the speed just ain't there no more, or just don't drive the same.
Yeah, Wagner's running a little higher line than Holland. I don't know, it's like,
he's in the wall hard that time. Yeah. He's going to bring it to pit road. I think he decided he needed 4 fucking tires, Cecil.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure did. He got into it real hard then. Took advantage of it.
But, man, I'll tell you, Hudson really able to stretch it out on this run up to a 3.6 second lead. Go back to Richard Holland, 3.6 seconds behind him. Holland's definitely fast on the long run. He showed it the last run. But 3.67 or 3.7 seconds, Cecil, that's a lot of ground to make up here in 30 laps.
Yep.
And I'd say with as few cars left in the field and no cautions this race, I don't really look forward to seeing a caution. Unless Nation goes out streaking across the racetrack or something.
Oh, no. What a thought.
It could happen, couldn't it, Hal?
Could happen.
Be like the time Big Becky was throwing all the wrenches out in the track that night. Remember that at Homestead?
Oh, yeah.
Big Becky got mad at Tim and was chunking all them wrenches out.
Yeah.
Tim got mad at her and was throwing buckets of chicken out. Big Becky damn near, she got hit by a car, remember? It damn near killed the driver of the car, Hal?
I'm always late to the party.
Andrew got caught speeding, he said.
Well, that ain't no good either.
No, that ain't good here.
Well, especially when there's been no cautions as we get down to 28 laps to go now. I'll tell you a guy that I'm clicked on my thing that... There we go. The camera finally going to go to him. I don't know why it took so damn long, but it did it. Rick Fagone in the 10 truck. He was really fast last night, but it's like the second half of the race, Fagone is just losing a little steam. And he's soon to be swallowed up by the 21 back there, Richard Springer. He's seen it in his mirror. Fagone's going to bring it to pit road, maybe stop a little bit earlier than the leaders here. That's what I'd do if I was these guys. As soon as that window opened up, I'd bring that sumbitch to pit road, wouldn't you, Cecil?
Yeah. It looks like that Hudson's putting about a tenth a lap on Holland there.
Yeah, you can see that Hudson's going to pull over and let the 12 go because the 12's on fresh tires there.
Holland's going to pit road.
Well, a lap or two here can make a huge difference in time. So if Holland can get pitted fast, that may help him out. You can pick up a second or two easy. And if Hudson stays out a couple laps, that, again, just going to help Holland out a little bit more. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how long the 53 stays out on the track. I'm surprised he hasn't come in. He almost hit the wall right there. Corner entry to turn 3 there, Cecil. He had it right up at the wall.
It's going to make another lap. Let's see if he comes in this lap.
Man, it ought to turn this into a good, exciting show at the end. We like it. James Hudson continuing to make laps. He's going to pass pit road one more time here. I'm betting you he's thinking 20 might be his magic number. There's 23 to go now. He might be using 20 as a magic number. Sometimes as drivers, we put a number in our head on pit stops, and that's when we stop.
Yeah.
We don't care when everyone else stops because we know how it's going, but he's bringing it to pit road now.
Yeah.
But that gave Holland 3 laps on fresh tires. So let's go to Richard Holland because that will show us where he comes out in relation to the 53. And maybe the 53 is going to do 2 tires here. I don't know. We're watching the gap just decrease and decrease from the leader, James Hudson, back to the 31 of Holland. Richard Holland's just now coming out of turn 2. And is Hudson out yet?
Oh, well, God damn it.
Hudson's
He's
just
still
now
on
leaving
pit road,
road.
just
Yeah,
now leaving
now
pit road.
Yep.
So that's going to put Holland ahead of him, I think. I would think that would make Richard Holland the leader. Oh, Holland caught the 77 and made a little contact. It didn't have nowhere to go. 77's going to bring it down to pit road. I don't know. He might be a little angry about that. I'm not sure. But 22 laps to go. I'm still showing the leader, James Hudson. But I don't think timing and scoring's updated yet. I don't know. What are you seeing? Who's leading this thing, Cecil?
I'm seeing Hudson still in the lead.
Shows he's got a
Little contact.
1.6 second lead there.
Yeah.
1.8 seconds now. He's got a few laps fresher tires here. He should be opening up the gap. So Holland wasn't able to take advantage of those 3-lap fresher tires. He picked up a little bit of time, but not the almost 4 seconds he was down. He cut the gap in half, Cecil.
Yeah. And it's probably just going to get bigger.
Yeah, it's going to grow now, I would say, with the fresher tires up there on the leader's truck. But you never know. 20 laps to go, we might get a caution thrown into the mix. Nation, who's going to win it?
Me.
Nation's going to win it, he said.
I got this shit.
Didn't you already win it?
Well, yeah, like, we were grit.
Before the race even started, they declared Nation the winner.
They had any goddamn common sense.
They always do, don't they?
They should.
Before every race, they declare Nation the winner, right, Hal?
Yep, he's entered a winner.
They said, Nation, you don't even have to start the race tonight because you already won it.
Shit, I throw the keys up on top of the toolbox and I'm done.
Nation is the cross between Ken Squire and Ned Jarrett. He's the bastard child of them, Cecil.
Who the fuck are these people?
The bastard child of Ken Squire and Ned Jarrett.
Man. I don't even know I have nothing to say on that.
Nation 01, the greatest broadcaster to ever live. The
I
greatest.
don't broadcast.
You're doing it now.
No, I don't. I'm sitting here saying stupid shit.
He said I don't broadcast.
You broadcast.
Hal, he's saying he don't even broadcast. You believe that, Hal?
That don't have nothing to do with broadcasting. He does that every day.
He's so...
Shit.
This is how good Nation is, Cecil. He's
I
so
do that
good.
when I'm in a truck by myself.
He's so good that he just naturally broadcasts and don't even realize he's doing it.
Dang. I don't know if that's being smart or is he just crawled out from under a rock.
I don't know what either one of those have to do with each other.
Well, it's in black and white, Nation, at the top left-hand corner of our stream. Black and
I
white.
didn't put that there.
You did put that there. You're the one that made it.
I don't remember that.
Hal, who put that shit in our bottom or our top left-hand corner of the stream?
You put it there, and he made it.
Oh, you're absolutely correct, Hal. Technically. Out of a technicality. Nation made it, but I put it there.
So, see?
So I guess it was a 50% effort, Nation, right?
Yes, exactly.
We had a little...
Nation made it to put for you to put it.
Nation, yeah, he put it there. He made it, put it in there, and I put it up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it went down.
No,
think-
actually, technically, it's 70% your fault.
I wouldn't go as far as 70%.
You put it.
And
all I
I-
did was make a stupid little picture.
No,
You
in
put it up
fact-
there for everybody to see.
75% you made it.
In fact,
God damn,
I was
Hal,
thinking the
shut up.
same thing, Hal. I would drop my percentage down to 25 or 30.
Right.
We just have a battle for second, third, and fourth.
About time.
We got to have a race somewhere tonight. Looks like Fagond is running them down, ain't he?
Yeah, and then Springer there, he's
Springer's
coming
running
too.
them both down. He's got about 12 laps to make a race out of it up there for the second spot. Well, once we got the stream figured out, Nation has been pretty solid.
Oh, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always kind of fuzzy on the whole good bad thing, so this is a good thing, right?
I don't know what a good thing is anymore, apparently.
Yeah,
What'd y'all say that guy's name is in third? Is that Earnhardt Waltrip Jr.?
No. Third is Enrique Del Toro Fagande Escobar.
Earnhardt Waltrip Jr.
Escobar the second.
Sanchez the second. McDaniel.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to start writing this shit down.
I know, because I'm not going to remember that new addition to it.
Well, I broke my favorite brand, so.
The battle back here is between the 61 and the 12 right now, Cecil.
They check that one out.
That Corey Cook and Andrew Wagner. I see sparks flying from that 61. He's making love to that outside wall, but hell, it might be helping him go faster. I don't know.
Sometimes you just gotta bump and run.
Yeah, fuck it. Sometimes you just send it, bend it, and tell it's what?
Smoking and broken.
Yeah, we haven't seen none of that tonight.
See, that's
There it
bullshit.
goes.
But 61's going to pull over and let him go.
I want my money back because I paid to see accidents in here. Aside from us.
Well, them guys, I'll tell you one guy that don't want to see a wreck. That's that dude up front.
He is checked out.
5-second lead right now James Hudson's got on the field.
Looks like Springer's getting ready to make a move here for, what is that, fourth, third?
Hudson ain't beating them, Nation. He's spanking them.
Spank that ass.
Spanking that ass. That's what.
Hey,
Yeah,
gave
you
me
got-
for the buttons.
Yeah, it's going to be a pass here for third.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to that. I had to jump on the leader for a lap here. Oh, that was
Here
second.
it goes.
So we'll go back to third. That's going to be Rick Fagone. Well, not Rick Fagone. And there's the pass. You're right. The 21 just sailed by him. He said, I'll see you later, Enrique Del Toro, Fagande, Escobar, Sanchez, the second, McDaniel. And then what's he going to say next week?
It'll take me a week to learn the first part of his name.
5 laps to go now. You can see Richard Holland still in the P2 spot. Good night for him. Good solid run. He was the winner last night. So still going to have a good solid effort. Good points night right here. Good news, Nation. It's the last stream on this processor. We're going to put another processor in it on Friday and overclock the piss out of that one. All right, meanwhile, back up front with 4 laps to go, less than 4 laps to go. Your leader, the 53 of James Hudson. 5.1 seconds is the lead. Cecil, I'd just back her down a bit right now, put her on cruise control, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't put it at risk.
No sense.
Springer is trying to catch Holland. Oh, got a little tight then. But if you ain't got a Darlington stripe on your truck tonight. I don't guess you was trying, no.
Oh, that 53's coming up behind the 77. He may pull over and let him go, but I seen the 77 kiss the wall there. When I said 53, I might just lay off of him a bit. You got a big enough lead. Ain't no sense in getting caught up in someone else's stuff.
Don't want to get caught up in anybody's business.
Nope, I did it last night. I'm telling you, it ain't no fun.
Springer might catch him. Oh, he got into the wall.
Oh, Springer dingered the wall.
The Springer dinger.
The Springer dinger in the wall. That's going to drop him back some. You can see Andrew Wagner closing in on him there now.
But guess who got biffed?
Hal Amy got taken out by Greg Biffle in the fun race on Saturday night.
He got biffed by the Biffle. And that was Hal's term.
That's
Yes, I did.
He come up with the biff by Biffle.
All right, last lap here, Cecil. That 53 still hold on to about 4.6 seconds. He took my advice. He stayed behind the 77. But I think the 77 was going low on the straightaways to give him room to go around on the outside, but he just backed off. But the 53 of James Hudson's going to win it. That's going to leave Richard Holland for second. Richard Springer for third. Enrique Del Toro, Fagande, Escobar, Sanchez the second. McDaniel.
I don't even know where the fucking McDaniel come from.
Look at the 31 going to go up and congratulate the 53 there, James Hudson. Richard Holland. So let's go ahead and throw up our top 10 real quick. I would throw up all of them, but I just got the top 10. Well, that didn't work. There it goes.
This is my surprise face.
All right, we can throw up the results. Let's do that. It ain't going to happen real fast, Nation. I clicked it now, but it'll probably come up tomorrow.
That's probably when YouTube will show it.
All right, Cecil, you want to interview the winner tonight?
I can.
We'll pull him up here. We'll let Cecil do the interview. There's the results.
Oh shit, I was hitting buttons.
You fucked it up?
Yeah, I fucked it up because
Where'd the results go?
80.
Why does the results keep flashing up at that? But it's like a flashing light.
You were sitting there saying, well, he's the winner, and I'm looking up and it's like lap 80.
All right, here we go. So let's, there you go, Cecil. You got this interview.
All right. Mr. Hudson, there you had a killer truck. It looked like. How did it feel to you?
Oh, it felt great. Put her parked her in Victory Lane, man.
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
It looks like you had the field covered with that rocket.
Oh man, I love this track. This is absolutely one of my favorite tracks to be on.
Yeah, we thought you might have been playing possum when you let him catch you that time, and it seemed like he caught you and just didn't have nothing for you.
Well, actually, I got a bone to pick with Vern because I think he jinxed me before the race. I mixed my turns up, actually, and sent that sucker in the 3 like I would 1 and realized about halfway through it that wasn't the case.
Now, that's not Vern's fault. That's the gentleman that designed this racetrack.
Right.
I still have an issue with him for that.
Yeah, I fell asleep at the wheel that one time, and I sent her in the 3 a little hard, and that's when they caught me. I banged it off the wall good time, and luckily I'd saved my fast repair and it fixed her real quick and took on back.
Well, that's how to do it right there. You're going to win.
Get her done.
You didn't beat him. You just thumped him tonight, James.
Nah, they put on a hell of a race too, guys. They had 3 and 4. Richard and what's the brother?
Andrew.
Yeah, there you go. Them 2 had 3 and 4 figured out better than me. I could not figure 3 and 4. I was watching the relative, and I'd put about a tenth and a half on them in 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 they picked it right back up. And luckily, I was just a little bit faster in 1 and 2 enough to counter it and was able to pull. But they put on a hell of a show for sure.
Man, I'll tell you, the that 31 was fast last night too. He went on and got the win in the K&N series. So I know you had your work cut out for you tonight, but you handled it well. You did something exceptionally well last night that I couldn't figure out, and that was pit stops.
Oh man, that's Richard's. Me and Richard seem to be right next to each other a whole lot, and I think once he gets his pitting down a little bit better, I think that's where I'm beating him just a little bit. Once he gets that down, he's gonna be hard to beat. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You guys are real close out there on the racetrack, speed-wise, your lap times and stuff. So, yeah, when he gets it figured out. And plus, you guys went caution-free tonight. So that was really a blistering pace you set up there.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to go green the checker there. So to me, it's always a better race when you can. I know it makes it a little more entertaining on the video, but man, it's when you got a rocket ship like you do tonight, and you can keep it out front without having any interruptions. It makes it a whole hell of a lot.
That's awesome. James, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you up here in the booth, buddy?
Yeah, man, just got to thank my team, Delta Sport United for Kids Racing, Move Up Lynchburg, Driven Texas, Track Monkey Apparel, and Sim Shop LLC. And then give y'all the shout out, man. Thank y'all for putting on such a good league and doing this broadcast. It definitely helps, especially with having a team, having some sponsors behind you now. It definitely helps getting a little bit of word out. So I appreciate it, y'all.
Absolutely, man. You got a mouthful to say there with all them sponsors behind you, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. And congrats on another win this season.
Yeah,
Appreciate
congrats there, James.
Thanks, guys. Hopefully we can carry some momentum.
Oh, I'm sure you can, man. I think you'll be fine.
Good deal, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, that was a race winner, 53, James Hudson. Who we got next on the block? We have Richard Holland. Who's got this interview?
Hal.
Hal, you want this one?
No.
Hal said no.
Can't say no.
Richard Holland, you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Vern, I do.
Man, you look like you needed a little bit more horsepower tonight. Just a little bit more rocket.
Yeah, I needed a little something. I don't know. Some more tires, a little better tires would have been good.
8 of them on the truck, you think that would have helped?
Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt.
Put 8 tires on it and go send it. Man, you were fast. You ran them down on the long run, so I thought you had the better truck on the long run, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I kind of felt like I did too. My strategy was about the same once early on. James got by me. My strategy was the same as it was last night. I was just going to take care of it, try to be good on the long run. I felt like I was, but same as last night. If you got out in front by like a second and a half or more, it's just like you didn't. It was almost like you're just in clean air, and you didn't get the benefit of the draft at all behind, and you would just check out for whatever reason. I don't understand it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I think it's Darlington. A lot of it's just, I think a lot of that's Darlington and not so much Aero, but I believe you're right. And it may even be a little mental thing in the driver's mind, too.
Yeah, it could be.
It's like once you get out there so far that you can just keep gaining because, I don't know, it's almost like the weight goes off your shoulder at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it looked like when you run him down that time, you got underneath him. We thought you was going to go on by him, but it didn't happen.
You got tight, didn't you?
Yeah, I got tight, and James is a real good driver. He's clean driver. He races hard, but he races real clean. He's always raced me hard and clean. We've had a bunch of good runs together, and last thing I wanted to do was slide up into him and take us both out or take him out or whatever. And so I just kind of checked up, coming off a 2 there or whatever it was. It wasn't a very good spot to be trying to force it that early on. So,
well, you know, it's more than one race we've seen a great battle between you two, and it's no matter what track we go to, it seems like the 53 and the 31 run close together quite a bit.
At some point, yeah, we seem to find each other, and but yeah, that's just the way it is. James gets the best of me more than I get him.
I'm sure you could change that around. It's getting closer, Richard. I can tell you that. We got to get you a little bit tighter on your pit stops.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't dare to push it getting on pit road because it was so sketchy, and so I was a little bit cautious coming down and getting on pit road.
Well, he might be able to teach on that. You don't want to take the advice from me because I didn't make one pit stop right all night last night. So
Yeah.
I'm not one to tell. I feel like I have to be twice as fast on the racetrack to make up for the pit road thing.
I hear you.
I don't get why we got to stop and put fuel and tires in them some bitches. I still haven't figured that out. But
That's bullshit.
It ain't about that, Vern. It's about the ice cream.
And ice cream. I'm thinking about going strictly dirt racing just so I ain't got a pit. I can just go out and fucking drive it.
There you go.
Richard, man, you put on a good show. You guys do every week. So really good to see you up in here and on the podium again.
Yeah, thanks, Vern. I mean, that's what we do, man. It's good. We can put on a good show and good. It's good for everybody to watch, and I mean that's what we do, I guess. But no cautions tonight. Hell of a race, and I'm pumped. I mean, it was a good race, real good race, and I'm happy to come home second, finish second to James any night is a good night. So.
Well, I was wondering about that. I'm like, man, the K&N series only had 5 last night. I wonder if the trucks can compete with that, and then you guys go out here tonight and just burn a whole freaking 130 laps down with no cautions.
Yeah, we had to do them last night, so that was good. Awesome. Hell of a show. Good race, good run.
Well, I've taken myself out of that thing on the first green flag pit stop tonight. Well, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you up here, Richard?
Just the guys on the team here, HJRM, and obviously you guys, Vern. Doing this broadcast is really awesome. I like how you guys do the broadcast for Wednesday nights, and
it's all nation.
And Vern and Tim. Well, I know it is, but I that's why I like to give you a little bit of credit. It's obvious that it's nation.
Well, I just, I'm privileged.
Yeah, it is.
I feel honored and privileged just to be able to be in here and learn from Nation.
Well,
I need a raise.
That's obvious.
Right?
Yeah.
When you learn from the best in the the best there's ever going to be in the business,
the
best
that it was,
right.
The best there ever going to be.
Best there is, was, and will ever be. And when you can
picture a better one.
when you have them in here just to learn from them, though, you feel it's like you're touched.
It's not even like work. It's just perfect.
Oh yeah, you're touched.
It just flows. Everything just flows. Even Hal's picking it up now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hal,
working with Nation, I mean,
is it working for you, Hal? It worked for Cecil tonight. You picked it up, didn't you, Cecil?
Yeah.
So he's just Nation is training the whole group of broadcasters at one time.
It's talented.
That's what I'm saying. I need a goddamn raise.
Anybody that watches the stream is learning from
so.
Nation. You ask him a question about the race, he's like, "Fuck you." I mean, that's just spot on.
That's just spot on.
It is spot on.
Precision.
Timing is perfect.
You couldn't time it better. Nation, what do you think about that move right there? Fuck him.
Well, he does have a face made for radio. So.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Damn. Man, Richard, it's always fun having you in here. You can hang out a minute, though. We're just going to pull your teammate up here, and Nation's going to interview him.
There you go.
I ain't interviewing.
You are interviewing the guy. Damn. You're interviewing the guy that you give 10 names to.
I can't even pronounce it.
I got to find him. There he is. All right, here we go. All right, Nation,
Hey,
you're
you
up.
foreign motherfucker, how you doing?
Foreign? Christ, I'm from here.
Damn.
Well, why don't you change your goddamn name? You shouldn't have so many goddamn names.
I'm from fucking here. I guess my family was a bunch of fucking migrants back in the day, but I think we all were at some point.
What's up, Rick?
Got some of that dark skin in you, but I don't know.
I've never had any dark skin in me. I've never been to prison.
Yeah, fucking. Well, if you fucking leave your house at any goddamn point in the next month or two, you might find yourself in fucking jail.
They won't let me leave my house.
They're gonna let all the fucking prisoners go because of the coronavirus, and then they're gonna fill them up with people that won't fucking stay home.
Yeah. They're going to
Yeah,
let murderers out because they got to have a place for the
Does that
people
make
that
any
would
fucking
stay
sense
home.
to you?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Here's the key here.
That's called snowflakeology.
For all the goddamn states that don't have the death penalty, leave them in there. Because,
Most states don't have the
Hey,
death penalty over the snowflakes, so
I'm all for
This
fucking
one
hanging
doesn't.
people up the fucking town hall right in the middle of the fucking lawn.
you're
I'm
damn
all for
right.
it.
That'll
But
teach
then
people.
you gotta plant a tree, you gotta wait for that motherfucker to grow, then you gotta hang a
The
rope
first-
around it.
You come down
First
here,
500
we'll
600 people you see fucking swinging from a tree branch, you'll start to fucking think maybe I shouldn't do dumb shit.
come on down here.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
we'll lend you some mulberry trees to use.
I'll lend you some rope.
How tall's a mulberry get? You
Oh,
need about 10 feet.
they don't get real
That's
high.
all
That's
you
why
need
they
is 10
work
feet.
good.
Save money on a rope. Buy a short piece.
So Rick Fagone, top 3 tonight, man.
Who the hell is Rick Fagone?
Did you finish 4th?
Richard Springer got
Springer
third.
got 3rd. What the fuck are we doing in here?
Lightning quick tonight. I couldn't hold him off.
All right, we got to get him in here. He's top 3.
They
Gotta
are in
get him in
relation
here.
to Jerry Springer.
Richard Springer. We didn't forget about you there, buddy.
Oh,
We did.
you
Well,
shot?
that's a complete lie. 'cause
We did. We pulled the wrong guy up.
We got Richard,
don't lie.
Richard, and Ricky, and you got confused. I know it.
Exactly. Why do you guys got to finish like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th and shit? Why is it all Ricks and Richards?
It might be.
Yeah,
It's
y'all need to work on that.
I think
definitely Richard, Dick, and Rick.
we need to
I'll let
get
you figure out who's Dick.
we need to get a
That was
Corey.
porn name one time.
We need a Corey, a Garrett, a Andrew, and a Tim to break that shit up every once in a while. That's what the
Well,
problem
they could have
is.
earned it, but they didn't do it. So what can I tell you?
Man, you drove from the back to get up there on a caution-free race to the top 3, so that was a pretty exciting
Yeah, I was hoping for some cautions at one point. And then at one, I think it's like the 3rd stand, I caught the leaders. We all pitted, but I sucked on pit stops. Just like I guess Holland doesn't like his pit stops ability, and I don't like mine. I got murdered there, and it had some bad pit strategy anyway. But no, I felt like it was pretty good. But at the end, I wasn't catching the leader. I didn't realize you could run when the track cooled off so much that you could run wide open through 3 and 4, or through 1 and 2. I didn't realize it until like halfway through the last run there, and that screwed me.
Yeah,
I wish you hadn't figured it out. That way I'd have finished third.
Well, for a few minutes in here, you got 3rd.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I watched Ricky. I saw him. I said, "Wait a minute, I don't see any flame coming out of the back or anything." So I said, "He must be on it all the way through." And I started doing the same thing, and and then I hit the wall a couple of times. I had like 30 seconds of damage, so that didn't help.
Man, that's one
It
thing.
was a lot of fun.
That's one thing nice about iRacing, having the graphics like that, where you can see the flame come out when they check up.
Exactly. That's right.
I look for that kind of stuff too. I'm not sure that everybody notices it, but I look for the same thing. That way I know when they're burping the throttle at.
Yeah, the track got really fast. It was down to like 79 degrees or something there. So
Well, I like how you was hanging that sucker out real wide in 3 and 4, and then you was cutting the inside, and you was really making
don't
some
give
good
away the
headway.
secrets. Don't give away the secrets.
I told Nation the other day, I'm like a fucking sponge. I try to soak everything out. Try to learn that way.
I don't see anybody else doing that. I'm like the only guy in the other league I run to that does that. Nobody's picked up.
I'll tell you something. You guys will learn if you run around Springer long enough that he can work a topside, man. These tracks that you get to that you got to run a little bit of a high line. What's another one that you're really fast at?
Well, Kansas, you have to.
Kansas, Pocono. He gave me a hell of a run at Pocono. We used to have some fun.
Everybody's got their own preference, driving style. Some tracks suit people a lot better than others.
I suck at all of them.
I wish they would make Miami like the real life where you run the high line, and you can't do it there. There's a dead spot between 3 and 4 and a screw.
Yeah, the setups aren't really made for it either on the trucks that they give on the fixed setup, so they did kind of screw that.
One place you can't run high is the New Texas, and 1 and 2, that's for sure.
Unless you never could run high anyway, though.
No, you couldn't. But I mean, they have all this track, and you can't use any of it.
I wish they had
Yeah,
said,
they should add some of that PJ1 the whole way around every one of these tracks.
hell yeah,
If you're an option.
that would be nice.
Well, I got one question that inquiring minds want to know. Are you better at Common Core math or driving?
Who's that directed to?
I think we're all too fucking old.
Common Core. What the hell is that?
We didn't learn that.
I don't know
Yeah.
That's something your grandkids would learn.
There you go. Fell flat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Well,
did you guys run here last night in the K&N car?
Yeah,
Oh shit! I had another commitment.
I'm glad you missed that one.
Thanks.
I embarrassed myself.
Vern fucked up.
Twice.
More than that.
Let's fucking bring that to the front. Two times.
Well, last night, ever since the first race of the season, I think it was maybe Daytona, I think it was Daytona, and I went in and raced with HJRM, and Rick Vagone's like, man, I gotta mute my fucking chat. You talk too much.
You guy has the greatest fucking time behind that wheel out of anybody in iRacing.
So
There's no denying.
I thought about it, and I'm like, man, I got to share this enthusiasm with everyone else. So it's like every race I pick someone else to go in their Discord. And last night, we'll make a long story short, last night I decided to team up with Glenn Jameson. Nicest.
You mean impose yourself on him?
I did. I imposed myself on him. So I get in there with Glenn, and then what's worse is I fucking wrecked him.
Well, that's good chat.
I felt absolutely terrible. I sucked so bad in the beginning, I just sent it in turn 3 and wrecked him, right? And I'm like, man, I don't even know what to say. I just wrecked the dude. So
I'm sorry, Glenn.
Did he have something to say?
No, he's too nice to, and I apologized to him because I really didn't mean to do it. I just kind of mixed up what end of the track I was on.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah, you forget which end you're going into.
I really wouldn't do that to nobody on purpose. So I felt, man, I felt bad about it, and I really have felt bad since I've done it because I couldn't have picked a nicer fucking guy to wreck.
Yeah, them's the ones you don't want to wreck.
I know you.
Right.
So you don't want to see the poor bastard come off the handle.
It would be it would be like me crashing into Steve Blankenship.
Exactly. Right.
I don't know if I could ever feel good about that.
That's right. He's a nice guy out there, pretty much.
You take Steve Blankenship out, and what do? You know what I mean? You wouldn't even want to race no more. You'd be like, I just fucking wrecked Steve.
Well, we had a lot of guys just do what Steve does, giving room tonight, so that was nice. Ricky gave me room a couple times, and some other guys saw the situation. That's why we had no caution.
I seen some give and take. You're exactly right, and that's why we didn't have any cautions.
You'd have to be completely fucking mental to hold somebody up and run you down 7.5 seconds. I think I'm just gonna get out of the way before I get.
They still all held me up for at least a lap just to let me know.
You're probably gonna get ran over, huh?
That's right.
Well, you guys did real good tonight, and so did James Hudson. But the guy that won this thing before the race started was Nation. Right on pit road before you guys even got in the trucks, they come out and handed Nation the trophy and said, "You're the winner. Now go broadcast."
What did he do special? Did he finish all of his coloring book?
I think he did. I think that's what happened. He completed his coloring book.
I still have plenty of coloring book to go.
I'm worried about what he's going to do with that cup.
Don't you worry about that. I found 2 girls. You go sit down somewhere.
Oh my God.
West Virginia, right? West Virginia.
I ain't from here, no.
You realize, Richard, that he drives Richard Springer, because we got too many Richards in here now. But you realize that Nation drives crack whores around West Virginia, Virginia, and Tennessee.
Oh my God, that must be a real
and
deal.
Kentucky.
And Kentucky and North Carolina. Let's not forget about those either.
Yeah, those
Tennessee.
Special.
I think that's FBI territory here. Talking about interstate commerce.
Yeah, he's trafficking. He's trafficking the prostitutes.
Yeah, I'm trafficking crack whores.
Yes, you are, Nation, essentially.
That's right.
But I get paid by the federal government to do so.
Now, does that just make it legal at that point? Since the federal government pays
I
for you,
think
you can
so.
legally do that now?
I guess that makes
All
it
right.
legal.
I guess. Maybe you ought to have found out before you took the job.
Nation, are you still essential, or did they work you today, or?
I work today, don't have nothing for tomorrow.
Damn it, man.
I told the dude, I walked up to him in my boss's office today, and I said, dude, you got to lay me off, because I am getting paid a lot more than not fucking doing shit.
He walked in and said,
God.
dude, you got to lay me off.
Well, we ain't doing shit. I worked, so far, it's Wednesday, I worked 7 hours this week.
Oh, shit.
That's what makes it worse, is when they cut you down like that and don't lay you off because you ain't making no fucking money. But that's, your problem.
I mean, it is what it is. I can't, and they can't control the situation. I can't control it, but I still gotta eat.
You'd be waiting in line on unemployment right now, too, and that's a fact.
If anybody would have the virus, it could be the crack horse he's driving around.
It didn't take them no time to crash a fucking server in Florida on unemployment. No time.
Oh, no, they don't, those crack horses, they don't, no, they don't. You take them to their doctor, they get their fucking medicine, or whatever the fuck.
Their fucking medicine.
Right with them.
And then you take them home, they never leave that fucking house.
They never leave it? How do you know they don't leave it?
Because they'll tell you they don't leave it.
Just because they're telling you they don't leave it don't mean they ain't leaving it.
They wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
No.
I've never known a crack whore to lie.
They're
I
too
haven't known that.
fucking lazy to leave it. They
Oh,
got all their
too
little
lazy.
drugs, all their little legal drugs right there in their house. Why the fuck would they leave it?
I don't know how we don't have 10,000 viewers with all this shit that we talk about after the race.
I know why, because the shit we talk about.
Well, this is Springer. I got to peel off. I got to eat, man. It's like 7:30 out here in the West Coast.
Well, good job to you on your third place, and good job to Rick Fagone on his third place tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Nice.
I'm still trying to figure out which one's Rick Fagone. Who is that,
Radio,
Nation?
buddy,
What's
radio,
his
buddy.
name? What's his name, Nation?
Fuck, I don't know. It's written in the books.
Enrique Del Toro, Fagande,
Grande.
Escobar,
Close.
Sanchez the second, McDaniel.
There you go.
Oh, that's him, the number 10. Okay.
Yeah, you can call me Gomez for sure.
Oh, damn.
No, everybody knows for short it's Rico Suave.
Yeah.
Okay, now I feel like I know him.
We all know it's Rico Suave.
If anyone's
Or
interested,
Suave.
I'm putting a cup practice up for Saturday tonight.
Who's got
Cup
a cup practice
practice?
up? Yeah, we do send it Saturday night on with the cup
When the hell
cars
do
now.
we run cup cars?
We do that on Saturday night now. That's how we got Biffle and Kyle Busch in.
Oh my god, I'd love to get in here and wreck Biffle.
You ain't got a
So
Rick
would
Biffle.
Al.
What happens, Al?
it's a
How
payback.
Tell him how that goes down when you race with Biffle.
He don't give a fuck, I'm sure.
He took
House
house.
playing 7 days to die.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, he's fucking playing without me?
Yes.
Where is he? Just fighting
Hey,
words.
7 days.
right here.
Jesus, where have you been?
What happens
Simon?
when you What happens when you get the honor to race the Biffle, Hal?
Get your ass fucking crashed.
Oh, it's Garrett Robinson's fault. I think Get It sent him in here to do it. I don't know. I think we need to kill broadcast so I can do points, though.
God damn,
Ladies
you need
and
to
gentlemen,
hurry.
have a good night.
That's right. Thank
Enjoy
you.
your fucking quarantine time.
Thank everyone for tuning in to the 5 or 6 streams that I had to put out tonight to straighten all this shit out.
1 out of 5 ain't bad. Hopefully one of them works.
But eventually we got one to work, and we're going to stick with it. I guess we're going to have to put Twitch on the back shelf, unfortunately, because our restream's not working right. Go figure that out again.
That hasn't worked right since day one.
It's just not reliable. I mean, some weeks it works perfectly, and then other weeks it don't. So it's not reliable enough. So we are going to strictly go to YouTube. Our pipe. I know our pipe dream of streaming to multiple platforms is over, Nation.
It is over.
It is over. So we will see you Saturday night for Send It Saturday night in the Cup Series. It's going to really be Send It this week at Bristol. So that ought to be fucking interesting, but just slightly.
It's gonna be everything but interesting.
Right
It's
on.
short track week, Bristol and Martinsville.
Yep. So next week we will be at Martinsville for both series. Is that right? Or just
you put
one?
up the goddamn schedule. You should know.
They made it, not me.
But you put it up on the website.
I didn't fucking. Oh yes, I did. I typed it
Yes,
in.
you did.
All right, Nation, just stop. I put it in Dan Lisa. Thank you guys for coming out, joining us tonight. Thank everybody for being in the booth. Congratulations once again to James Hudson on your win. And we will see you.
Safe.
Yeah, stay safe.
segregated.
Yes, stay safe, segregated. And it's safer at home right now for a lot of us. Safer at home.
I have my mask on.
But have a good night. Thank you.
I'll take care.